created the confusion matrix along with the features which were highly performing and with the importance, and it gave me a summary of the models in a PPT presentation, which I can download it. To similarly, I asked show me the distribution of test results by medical condition. It did its work very well. Since it was a synthetic data set, it didn't have any variation. It has a slight variation. So you can see the visualization here. So the distribution of different test results according to the conditions, right? So this is I've just uh, used the data set from Kaggle, which is a synthetic data set, to analyze, uh, basically do the processes which a data scientist would do in real time, and which would take him or her a lot of time to basically do the EDA process, dimensionality reduction, feature selection, and processes like that. I've simplified the process using Terno AI. So I upload the dataset and I ask it to sort of do explore it, perform the EDA process, and describe briefly what the dataset is all about or what the dataset points to. So the thought is initial understanding, and it gets to know what has been uploaded, and it basically gives the points on how it will approach the problem. So again, it gives the basic uh, points on what and all is there. So missing values and basic EDA processes is done. So again, it gives all the code, underlying code as well. Next, it gives us the uh, different distributions, be it statistical distributions or what are the different characteristics in a feature column. Okay. So, and I'd asked it to basically summarize what the data set is all about. So it gives the summary of the data set in the natural language where non-IT users can understand it. Yeah. So, brief understanding of how many rows were there or how many visits are there, on what are the demographic profiles, what are the medical conditions addressed here, and admission details, and with some data regarding it, treating hospital, doctor, insurance carrier, and billed amount, along with the key statistics regarding the uh, data and prescribed medication test outcomes. So gender, and it also gives us the basic understanding of the data set. Gender is evenly split, blood type frequencies are uniform, and I had not mentioned that the particular dataset uploaded was a synthetic dataset. It sort of understood by itself that the uploaded dataset was a synthetic dataset. So due to the balanced cross-section of the data points. And then my simple query was from dates, give me length of stay from discharge date to admission date. So it has already done it earlier. So that was a uh, key characteristic of this. So then I wanted to convert categorical variables like gender, blood type, and medical condition into numerical representation of one hot encoding. So I did not want it in a long format. I just wanted it in a numbered format. So it again did all the processes. You can review the code as well. So it gave the observation. So it it gave an error, but it corrected itself to give low cardinality categories rather than doing it at once. It focused first on low cardinality categories. So, and then after that, identify the relationship between each features and target variables. So there were numeric features as well as categorical features. So it it performed different processes for the different features. So for example, it did one-way ANOVA for the numeric features and other uh, tests for categorical features. So it also gave the observation. Since it is a synthetic data set, there were no relationship between test results to show that the data is not biased or data is not skewed. So then I asked it to visualize what features are more relevant for predicting test results. I asked it you to use PCA. So, since again, I'm mentioning it's a synthetic data set, no significant uh, differences were found. So, it also gave PC1, PC2. PC1 was deliberately on gender, and the second one was on doctor and hospital codes. So, it also gave me the visualization uh, on the PCA computing. Next one was I
Mm.
asked it to develop a baseline logistic regression and a random forest model for prediction, give the models as outputs. So in the background, it developed models, uh, random forest, logistic regression. It gave me to the option to sort of download it and use it locally as well. So this was one of the key features. And to reduce complexity, again, drop the high cardinality fields as well. So then I asked it to create visual summaries of model performances and feature importance in a presentation, summarize which features uh, are more predictive, test results, suggest implications for healthcare practice. So it did its work very diligently and created the confusion matrix along with the features which were highly performing and with the importance. And it gave me a summary of the models in a PPT presentation, which I can download it. To show the usage of non-IT professionals, how could they use Terno? I use natural language queries. So, what is the average billing amount for patients with diabetes? So, this IT professional or a person who understands data wouldn't ask it. A non-IT professional would ask it. Basically, a marketing professional or a admin. So
Yeah.
it it would it computed the average billing and it gave me the straightforward answer on what was the average. Similarly, I asked show me the distribution of test results by medical condition. It did its work very well. Since it was a synthetic data set, it didn't have any variation. It has a slight variation. So you can see the visualization here. So the distribution of different test results according to the conditions, right? So then I asked it a simple natural language query. How does average billing amount vary by insurance provider or hospital? So it didn't vary. So the uh, uh, the final verdict was average billing is remarkably consistent across insurers. So it basically summarized uh, what a visualization chart would say for a non-IT professional to understand. Next, a simple query was which doctors have the highest number of patient admissions. Again, a simple query. It did its work and it gave me the answer in the natural language format as well, also with the visualization format. So So I tried with different natural language queries. Do patient with certain blood types show more abnormal test results? It also ran the query tests and to assess the distribution types. So yeah, it 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 generated a brief summary on how the results were, what it showed. So again, the trend in patient admissions over time. This graph clearly represents on how what were the admissions over time. So right. So again, the billing correlation with the amount, length of stay. Uh, what are the correlation between patterns between admission type and discharge outcomes? So everything was done very neatly and without any hiccups. So at the end, I asked it to give me a summary. So monthly patient admissions have remained remarkably steady. So it basically sort of summarized briefly on what has been done in the above, just like what sort of chat GPT does, but in a data intensive way. So then I asked it to make a report, right? So it did it very diligently with covering all the bases. So whatever has been done was covered in this data, was covered in this report, which you could copy and sort of write it in a docs or a PDF. So also gave a model summary and whatever models have been generated for you for us to be able to download it and run it locally. So that's all.
This PPT opens. Yeah.
Yes. Let me open the PPT. Are you able to see the PPT?
No.
Okay. So this is the PPT I just downloaded. So this was this was the PPT generated.
Model.
It had the model performance matrices, the confusion matrix, and of both the models, feature importance as well, and also uh, key predictive features, which were the data type, which were the feature columns that were important. And it also sort of summarized what the implications of this data set were. Okay. So in short points, for you to be able to understand the data set.
Yeah, this is editable. This is in PPT.
So the PPT is editable. So uh, you could sort of,
Wonderful. Wonderful. Thank you, Glenn. That was good. Very good demo. Very good
thank
demo.
you.
Covered all aspects of data analysis, data science, data engineering, and yeah, and the business intelligence. Okay. All right. So there was a question from Praveen. Can you show one example how you connect Oracle or MySQL data source? Reason I ask is my application has multiple schema and report pulls data from various tables joined from different schema. And how will Terno connect to each schema? So yes, that's a very important thing about Terno, right? The Terno, so one of the biggest challenge that you will face is with respect to the existing tool, that when you have to join the data from one data source to another and combine the result, none of the systems are able to do. But Terno can do it because it'll write the code to get the data from here, get the data from here, and then join it. And then probably it can also join the data from two data sources at the same time. Yeah. So it can very much do the work by combining the data from Postgres, MySQL, and as well as CSV file and so on. Okay. All right. So once, Rohan, can you show again how do you that add data source part? Okay. I don't want to show the URL and other things for my database right now, but it should be straightforward. So do reach out to us. Uh, Sachin has shared one form. Please, everyone, submit that form. And in case you have any questions, do reach out to us. All right. All right. Thank you, Sachin. Thank you, Tejveer, Rohan, Glenn, for the demos. And okay. So yeah, we can show you at some time. Probably we'll just get two data sources and we can just give you the result at some point of time. Okay. So stay tuned and do send us your questions. We will right do the we will probably for the next session we can have next demo we can have this multiple data set querying. So yeah, so reach out to us if you have any questions and okay. All right. So thank you everyone. Have a good day.
Thank you, Sandeep.